everybody's excited about that. Shannon, what do you think? You like this trade?
My thing is, Skip, I don't know why the Cards would trade for a small receiver. Hell, you got a small quarterback. You should want big receivers. I understand that you got D-Hop and you brought A.J. Green back for another year.
Yep.
But, Skip, you got Rondale Moore. He's 5'7". Hollywood Brown, 5'9". And you got a 5'9" quarterback throwing to small guys. Hell, get him some 6'4" receivers. Look, the Ravens were not going to play Hollywood Brown the type of money that he wanted. Hollywood Brown has seen all these guys. He saw A.J. Brown get traded, get $100 million. He saw Devontae Adams. He see all these guys. The Ravens are not paying you that because you know why? Because you're going to be doing all that blocking. And he's like, I'm tired of blocking. And his quarterback situation. Don't let anybody fool you. He loves Lamar Jackson. But you're not catching no 85, 90, 100 balls and getting 14, 50, 100 yards to get the kind of money that Hollywood Brown wants. See, every receiver now, Skip, I need 25 million. I need 25 to 30 million. And the team's not paying you that. Not in that situation. And I'm not upset at the Hollywood. I get it. I want to win, Skip. But damn, I can't be doing blocking 40 times a game and just getting 6 targets. But I get it for the Ravens. I totally get it for the Ravens. We're not paying you that kind of money. For what? Skip, why would the Ravens ever pay a wide receiver when your system is so run down, so run heavy? Why would I pay a receiver $25 million?
Great question.
They're not. I mean, Rashad Bateman seems like he's going to be really good. Duvernay, Prochet the second, and Tylen Wallace. Who knows? I mean, the second, third round, they might go.
They'll go get one.
They might go get a receiver.
Will.
Yes.
Yep.
But Skip, look, I get the trade. I don't get the trade for the Cards. I mean, you got D-Hop, you got A.J. Green. He's not the same A.J. Green the first 5 or 6 years when he was in Cincinnati. Age just kind of caught up with him. The injury bug had bit him for a while. But I don't love the move for the Cards. I don't love it. I would got, hell, if you want to trade, I'd have traded to try to get A.J. Brown. Hell, if he was available, put A.J. Brown and DeAndre Hopkins together. Now you got something. You got another big body guy that can go high point the ball. You got a guy that's tremendous run after the catch. Skip, I just think when you throw the small, now unless you Tyreek, now you give me Tyreek. Hollywood Brown ain't Tyreek. But if you're a small guy, small quarterback, Skip, I want somebody going to jump up. I can't be accurate. Skip, I can't hit the bullseye every time I throw the ball.
Yep. Okay, to your point, allow me first to speak as a Dallas Cowboy fan. When I glanced down and saw the Eagles had acquired A.J. Brown, it struck fear in my heart because he's a difference maker.
Yes.
Hollywood's not a difference maker.
Not.
And when I saw that Arizona had traded the 23rd overall pick for Marquise Brown, Hollywood, wait, the same one? Wait, do I have the right guy here? Like, you mean the guy who played with Kyler at OU that I watched every second of, every snap of? Yeah, that guy.
If I'm going to get the first round pick, I'm going to trade up and get one of these guys coming out. I'm going to get Olave. I'm going to go get Jameson Williams. I'm going to get one of these guys that's available.
My God.
They got 6 of the top 18 picks.
Right. And yet, Tennessee then went ahead and took that Treylon Burks from Arkansas. And every time I watched him, he is Debo-esque.
He's A.J. Brown.
He is big and he is physical.
Yes.
And trust me, he is flat out fearless. He can dominate with his physicality and just his psyche of just, I'm me and you're not.
Right.
That's how he plays football.
Yes.
So I'm good with that. They're going to start fresh. Will he quite be A.J. Brown right out of the blocks? I doubt it. But you know and I know that all of a sudden Philly can pair up Devontae Smith and A.J. and you're like, okay, now you got some firepower. And we're going to talk about the NFC East in a few minutes here. What's the breakdown? Because I'm starting to think, here comes Philadelphia.
And that tight end, Dallas Goedert, who's really good. So now you got...
I know you got issues with the quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't. But again, the balance of power is starting to even up a little bit between. I don't think Dallas can just back into the East next year.
Well, I think the thing is, Skip, they've done what they could to try to make sure Jalen Hurts succeed. They go get him A.J. Brown, give him the money. Devontae, they took him with the number 10 pick.
Yep.
You got Goddard, Miles Sanders, if he can stay healthy. So you've surrounded Jalen Hurts. But Skip, when he was at Alabama, he had 5 guys get drafted at number 1 at wide receiver. He had O.J. Howard. Look at those running backs that he had. How did he throw the ball? At some point in time, we got to say a guy is what he is. He's a mobile, athletic quarterback that lacks accuracy and efficiency. That's pure and simple. I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but I'm just saying, look at what he had look what he was throwing to.
I got it.
Judy, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Henry Ruggs, O.J. Howard.
Some games he threw the heck out of it.
Not very often.
All I know about Jalen Hurts is that he's a gamer, he's a baller, he's a winner. That's all I know. That's all. And he's a leader. I should have put leader on there. That's who he is. High intangibles, high ability to make plays.
Yes.
So I have seen him, and by the way, they did make the playoffs last year and ran into GOAT at GOAT.
Nah.
So here they come because you gave him another weapon that'll make him a little better. Now back to Arizona. To me, this was a makeup gift to Kyler because they're at odds, and he's wiped his social clean of Arizona, and they finally said, "Okay, we give you your fifth year. You know, we go ahead and give you the fifth year."
He
option.
don't want no fifth year option.
Yeah, I know he wants his money.
Exactly.
Okay,
He
so
want Deshaun Watson money too while you at it.
yeah, and unfortunately, Deshaun just blew the complete top off the market with 230 guaranteed, and then Tyreek came right after him and blew the top off the receiver market with however much he got.
He got 72 guaranteed.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous for a little receiver, but that one is dynamic.
Yeah.
So I know Hollywood Brown because, as you know, I'm a huge OU fan, and I know Kyler to Hollywood, and it was a soul connection, man. It was that they were connected.
Right.
And yet, to me, Hollywood is not a possession receiver remotely. He's icing on your cake.
Right, he's deeper.
Yeah, he's a luxury addition, and he does complement your two bigger, older receivers, obviously. But, and yet, they just think that Kyler loves him, so it's going to be okay.
Right.
And I will give him this. He stays healthy because he only missed 3 games in the 3 years. And last year, I know you're talking about 1,500 yards, but he did catch 91 balls, which was his career high last year. It was just for 1,000, barely over 1,000 yards.
Skip, you say they're a deep threat. How you a deep threat averaging 10 yards a catch?
Okay, because all he can do is run past people. And every once in a while he will.
Yes.
If you can find him and get him the football.
Yeah, but can you hit? Well, I mean, when he was running by people, the quarterback that he had wasn't as accurate as he needed to be. Skip, the man wanted to leave. I mean, most people got a homeboy. I'm good.
Yeah.
Skip, you know what? I was just reading I was just reading this article, and it said a lot of I forget the percentage said they would rather have a friend at work as opposed to making more money.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
That's my homeboy. We homeboy. We worked out. We from same area in Florida.
They've been working out together in the offseason.
Yeah, but I'm gonna.
Okay.
And I feel in order to maximize my potential, I needed someone that can consistently get me the football, Skip.
Yep.
That's what Hollywood said.
That's what he said. And yet Kyler tweeted last night, Hollywood to the desert. You know, let's run it back. OU all over again. And I got it.
You know what happened last time they ran it back? Alabama put something on them, didn't they?
Boy, Kyler put it on.
No, Kyler ain't put nothing on. No, but Skip is scoring 28-0 before you could even sit down and get popcorn. It was 28-0.
That was the worst playoff defense in the history of the NCAA playoffs. The worst. I don't know how they even got into the playoffs, but they got into the playoffs against Bama.
That week, conference, the Big 12.
Yeah.
Y'all saw they about to disband it because Oklahoma and Texas want to join the SEC.
Yeah.
And you see they dominated again in the draft.
All Kyler did against Bama that night was throw for 300 plus and run for 100
The
plus.
game was over.
Ooh.
Skip, the game was over. The score was 28-0. Did you want us to beat them like 70-20?
And I remind you, Hollywood was a shell of himself because he had a leg injury that night. Remember, he couldn't even run.
Well.
Okay. So they're going to run that game back.
Are they going to run that game back?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here they go. My problem is, if you told me that they had gotten Marquise Brown for a 5th-round pick, I'd said, okay.
Right.
Like, that wouldn't have surprised me. That'd be about right. But you gave number 23 up to it, and then you saw what happened. The Ravens had number 23, and then they traded that to Buffalo so Buffalo could take the Florida corner because they were desperate for a corner.
Right.
Because the Baltimore Ravens, who know how to run drafts, they sat right there and they said, well, we've got Tyler. We got the other Tyler. We got Tyler Linderbaum, right? And he'll be sitting right there behind Dallas at 25. So we'll just go right back behind Dallas because all the reconnaissance was through Mel Kiper's mock.
Right.
Dallas is sitting on Tyler Smith out of Tulsa.
And guess what? I bet you they would have probably taken that kid from Florida State had Linderbaum gone to Dallas.
Yeah.
I bet you the Ravens would have taken him.
You would think they struggle with that as
because
it was.
Skip, remember they thought they had to deal with Zadarius Smith. So they thought they was getting, because they want to be able to generate rush without not having to bring bomb blitzes all the time and giving up 500 yards passing to Joe Burrow.
Yep.
So I believe they would have taken him. But Skip, you got a 5'9" quarterback throwing to a 5'7" and a 5'9" receiver.
Yep, there you go. And what's his name? Steve Kahn, the GM, said after the trade was made that Hollywood Brown is bombs over Baghdad. He can fly, and he is a legitimate playmaker. Well, every once in a while he is.
Yeah.
But he's just luxury.
But he's a one-trick pony. Everybody knows that he's trying to get over the...
Correct. That is correct. And you gave the 23rd overall, and now you're going to have to pay the man.
Right. And that's the thing, Skip. Not only do... If I get a guy in free agency, Skip, I have to give up no compensation. I'm just having to pay the salary. But